Welcome to episode 24 of 100 Days of Data. I'm Jonas, an AI professor here to explore the foundations of data in AI with you.
And I'm Amy, an AI consultant, excited to bring these concepts to life with stories and practical insights. Glad you're joining us.
Today, we're diving into a deceptively simple but incredibly important topic, JSON.stringify. A tiny function with a huge role in how data moves and lives in AI systems.
That's right. You might not realize it, but JSON.stringify is one of those behind-the-scenes workhorses in the data world, helping businesses share and store complex info smoothly. Let's unpack why it matters.
To start, let's define JSON.stringify. At its core, it's a method in JavaScript, a popular programming language, that converts data structures, like objects or arrays, into a JSON-formatted string. Think of it like translating a complex picture into a neat, readable sentence.
And that sentence or string is what gets sent over the internet or saved in databases. Without this, complex data would be a mess and tough to share between systems. In today's connected world, that's a big deal.
Exactly. JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. It's a lightweight, text-based format for storing and exchanging data. Unlike spreadsheets or tabular data, JSON can represent nested structures, like an order with items, each with details nested inside one package. Stringify turns those structures into strings.
Here's a practical example. In e-commerce, when a customer makes a purchase, their cart information, things like product IDs, quantities, prices, gets sent from the front-end website to the back-end server. JSON.stringify converts that cart object into a string that travels securely and efficiently.
That's a good business scenario. On the theory side, JSON.stringify handles a few key challenges. It serializes data, meaning it transforms it into a format suitable for storage or transmission. Serialization is fundamental in distributed systems, where data must be sent over networks.
I've seen serialization issues trip up projects, especially when developers forget that certain data types don't convert neatly. For example, if you have a date object or a function inside your data, JSON.stringify can't always handle them as you expect.
Yes, by default, Stringify ignores functions and converts dates into strings using a standard format. This can cause confusion if the consuming system expects dates in a different format or expects the function to be present.
We had a healthcare client where patient data included timestamp fields as date objects. When that data was serialized for a reporting service, the dates came through as strings. Their reporting tools initially failed to parse those correctly, delaying insights and decisions.
That illustrates why understanding the underlying formats is important. JSON.stringify also supports a replacer parameter, a function you can use to control how data is serialized. It's a bit like a filter, allowing you to customize which properties get included or how values are transformed.
That's a handy feature. In finance, I worked with a team building APIs to share transaction records securely. They used replacers to mask sensitive info, like partial card numbers, during serialization. This helped maintain privacy while allowing automated processing.
Another key aspect is the spacing parameter, which pretty prints the JSON string with indentations. So developers or analysts inspecting logs or files can understand the structure without struggling. From a consulting perspective, I always remind clients the version you send between systems should be lightweight and efficient. No extra spaces, wasted bandwidth. But when debugging, pretty printed JSON is a lifesaver.
Now, let's consider limitations. Because JSON.stringify outputs text, certain data types get lost or transformed. For instance, infinity, NaN, or undefined values aren't represented correctly. They often turn into null or disappear.
That's where advanced serialization techniques come in. But JSON.stringify remains the de facto tool because of its simplicity, widespread support, and speed.
Beyond code, the business impact is huge. If you can't serialize your data correctly, your AI models might receive wrong inputs or your systems can't talk to each other. That means delayed decisions, flawed insights, and potential revenue loss.
That's an excellent point. AI and data ecosystems rely heavily on smooth data interchange. JSON.stringify is the glue that enables different services, from user apps to cloud databases, to communicate effectively.
A recent retail client built a recommendation engine pulling user preferences from various sources. JSON serialization was critical in transferring those preferences safely and efficiently between front-end stores and back-end analytics. Without it, the whole pipeline would have stalled.
To bring this full circle, JSON.stringify is simple on the surface, but packed with nuance. It acts as an essential bridge in data's journey, from raw objects in memory to strings that travel the web or land in storage.
And for business leaders or managers, understanding this means appreciating how your data moves, where it can get lost or transformed, and why your engineers might obsess over something as simple as stringifying data.
Absolutely. When you hear about JSON or serialization, think of it like packing a suitcase efficiently before a trip. You need to fit everything in a format that your destination understands without losing or damaging anything.
And sometimes you need to custom pack, exclude certain items, fold others differently, which is what those replacer functions let you do.
Let's wrap up with a key takeaway. JSON.stringify is a core step in preparing data for sharing and storage, converting complex structures into text that every system can understand.
And from the business side, mastering this simple concept helps avoid costly errors and supports seamless, efficient AI-powered workflows across industries.
Next episode, we'll look at the flip side, JSON.parse, how the string comes back to life as data your AI models can use.
If you're enjoying this, please like or rate us 5 stars in your podcast app. Don't forget to leave comments or questions. We may feature them in future episodes. Until tomorrow, stay curious, stay data-driven.